Well, greetings. Thank you for joining us tonight's broadcast by Fifth Dimension. Okay, this is going to be, it's 11:30, and we'll do what we can here. So, give you kind of, kind of hard on spirit guides and all that, kind of controversial with them, firing them all the time, whatever it might be. Well, here's a little bit of a backstory to why this might give you a little bit more identity to spirit guide energies. One version of it, at least. So, I had a spirit guide around 2011. Before that, obviously, I had spirit guide. That's why I found the name. The main guide is Ulysses. What was Ulysses? Now it's gone. And actually, he was the first being ever channeled, actually. And then after that, I fired him. I've been trying to fire him for a while. They wouldn't let me. So that's a long story there. I mean, instead of firing, I get like lower dimensional beings attaching themselves to me. That's why I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I know what I'm doing now, but before that was another story. So Ulysses, when he showed up in 2011, he gave me an image of what he looked like. And I'm about to show that right now. I know what the hell I'm doing. So I saw this blue being, and it's a being from the comics. I'm trying to get one that's less X-rated. I guess that's the one. It's Dr. Manhattan image I'm getting. I'm trying to get one that's... Anyway, well, he doesn't have two heads, but it's the being in the Watchmen. Not exactly, but kind of you got the idea. It doesn't look exactly like that, but gave me an idea. So recently, I don't know if I want to leave that up there, but recently I've been given more insight to why he looked like that. Because he wasn't exactly a nice spirit guide. And I guess basically he was an Atlantean being, very powerful. Now in the comics that being is very powerful. And he used it for a lot of negativity. I believe Ulysses did the same thing. He appeared to me pretty much in that same form. Now more I'm connecting to it's like, yeah, he was that. Similar to that. It's like a godlike being that abuses abilities like you won't believe. So that was a spirit guide. So kind of once again to why do you have a guide like that when he's sitting on a couch and just wants you to freaking suffer and whatever it might be and go nowhere in life. So reason why I'm connecting to, because to give you an idea of what some of these guides are like. And some of them aren't very friendly and they're a little bit more than when you might realize. Now this isn't all cases, but there are cases where you have a being that is a negative Atlantean being. It's in spirit, and why they're connected to you for various reasons, for lessons. To realize, I mean, if you're going to know about your spirit world, you might as well freaking know about it. And there is some of us incarnate with a guide like that to bring in that information of what you gotta know. I mean, like I said, the majority of society doesn't even believe in any of this because, they're living life in bliss for now. But yeah, the seriousness of reality is a lot of these guides are. There's more aspect to it than that, but it's a heavy energy. I said not everybody has that, but some do. It's like, damn. It's like, what the hell am I? So yeah, that guide was not friendly. I felt him get pulled away along with another guide that wasn't, or a being that was around. I didn't want him around either, and they kind of got yanked away. So it was like about freaking time. You can actually feel him being pulled away. It's like, I've been asking to get rid of him forever. So I kind of made amends with him. I fired him on many occasions. And I could not get rid of him for anything. And then they finally pulled him away because he went too far. So, long story on that. Well, basically, it was putting me in a situation that I did not need to be in. You know, without going into full detail, it doesn't really matter now. So yeah, these why is once again so you can bring this information out. Now, any further information on that is basically realize these guides are more and not to say all of them are like that once again, but many it's a lot more complicated than we might realize. It's like why does like somebody like the Manson family have what kind of spirit guides are those? Negative spirit guides. It's like I don't know why I brought that up, but it's like well I connected to it yesterday, I was connected to it today. So the spirit world has a little bit of everybody there. And it's once again it's our choice. It has a lot to do with lessons, it has a lot to do with other entities. But though to have a negative Atlantean guide there, so I could see for him, he abused his abilities, he tried to take over worlds. He got removed from his position of power. He was an athlete in many incarnations here, trying to regain his power. Was not a very nice guy on many occasions. Very arrogant, and what a perfect person to be my spirit guide. It's like shit, scumbag basically. It's probably a lot worse. I mean, it's probably a lot of things. I mean, that isn't that bad, but I believe he caused a lot of death in his past. So he tried to deter me from my direction, and he's connected to archons that are once again trying to do black magic to shut me down. So yeah, it was definitely not a hopeful guide, but at least we'll put that out there of kind of give an idea of what's out there. So we're going to go into a little bit further, to a different direction now. Kind of want to stay on that. I'll do a quick channeling on that, possibly. If there's a new to all this, I have Tor.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. Learn how to channel. You have Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. The shop here, I don't know which. I think I'm at 7 days for delivery. I'm just going to say that. You have the mentorship. And we have the other. I don't have time. I have no energy right at the moment to go into other sites, but you've seen the other videos. Another thing is Lion. What is it? Lion City? Lion City, Lion City is also known as Singapore. So, said Singapore, Lion City. Now, with that, I feel there's a lot of positive energies. Of course, there's a little bit of mixture of a little bit of both. Positive, not so. I don't know what the hell that is, but a little bit of positive, a little bit of. It's like one of the most popular areas in Asia. What's most successful is Singapore. Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of mixture energies there, and this is a feline mermaid. So that's kind of interesting. Something, yeah. So yeah, and they do speak English there, and it's like that's the good life over there. There's another statue of it. It's pretty nice looking actually. Okay, maybe not with that picture. Yeah. So there's a little bit of a mixture of both vibrations, not so friendly felines and positive felines. So like the good parts of life are more of the positive feline energies. So there are positive feline vibrations out there. Obviously, you're not going to find much of that in London. They do exist, but a place like Singapore, you probably feel it more stronger. So I figure I put that out there. It's kind of that was like a real quick find for today. I don't know. They have let's see. Come on, really? Singapore. Spell statues, or am I spelling it right? Statue. I don't think I'm moving spelling that right, but either way, you know. I don't know if that's in Singapore. Yep. I'm not sure if I haven't spelled that right, but either way. So, alright, for connections here, do a quick one. Yeah, my energy is like, jeez, it's like late as hell and I gotta get up. No, not that early, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, let's see here. Negative spirit guide energies. Basically, I'm going to connect to Archangel Michael's energy. Yes, negative spirit guides is basically a transition for the soul to go further into spirit. To even clear out the lower dimensional spirit guides, because the more you talk about, the more they get released, the more they get fired. They're not really mentioned that much in popular reality. Now, humanity itself is under a archon mentality, as you can see, done through the mind. Even basically pictures, ideas, and energies of reality is focused into the brain, as you know, and creates your reality. Many of you are turning that off. You're opening up your chakras, because most of humanity, their chakras are closed. Their souls are closed also. It's just their body, their soul, their minds, everything is connected to an archon system. And freeing themselves scares the living hell out of them. Where do you go? Who are you? And yeah, there's a lot of fear related to that. It has a lot to do with soul contracts, and not necessarily. Many souls don't want to free themselves. Don't know how. It's basically many of you are, yes, like the skeleton key of this reality to unlock it. And connecting to a negative spirit guide also gives you knowledge of hidden energies to release this reality. Now, yes, you're basically right now releasing the belief system slowly, and eventually your vibrations of your earth will shift. Belief systems are like walls. They close you down. They shut you in. So healing that is not, you see a wall. You see walls everywhere, right? They're pretty sturdy. Belief systems are the same way. Look at your cathedral in your France. Once again, very sturdy. Even if it's not sturdy, it's sturdy. Because basically that cathedral, you can touch it and it'll fall down. Not obviously you need a major touch, but it's still pretty fragile. Belief systems are similar to that also. They can burn down if the soul is going to allow it. So it's like burn the cathedral within yourself. The matrix control. It will break down, but many souls here are looking for others for advice and guidance. Many of you have found that guidance and you have opened yourselves up, but many here have not. You have not heard the right words to release this reality, as you know. It takes a few words, but also the right time, the right place. Sometimes, yes, the right situations to be in that place where you feel like now's the time for a clearing. Because yes, it can take 10 years for a soul to realize the real world. Some of you took a couple of years. Some of you took a couple of days. But for most of humanity, just digesting this information is one thing. Accepting it's another. And living it is a whole nother reality. And it's very difficult to go into that form of thinking. As you are shifting out of this third dimension environment, yes, you will most likely in your vision see archon beings in your skies. Now, some of them have wings, some of them are not necessarily your carrion beings. Your carrions don't even want to show up that much. Your carrions, yes, are like to hide for various reasons. Oh, they have a lot to hide about. They don't want to. Even the astral do not want to show their presence. So even the Carians will disappear in astral because they don't really want you to know that they exist at all. Yes, you might see a flag, you might see a statue. That's all you're going to get. Your griffins are the same way. The less you see them, the better. Yes, they have to have a presence here because of karma. For the Illuminati connections, they have to have their flags seen here for various reasons. Felines are also going through a union of release. They're having difficulties even showing themselves. They're not allowed to show themselves just as much as the Carians. But it does not mean you can't tap into their energies and bring them into more of your environment. Not criticizing them would probably help. The more you criticize them, less likely they're going to show. Making peace with them is much needed, as basically as your society advances more to a higher dimension. Now, alien contact knowledge of disclosure is much needed. Why? To get you used to it. To basically let you know that you can dial go. Allow it to. Your energy field feels open. Instead of fearing you have to wait 1,000 years, you can say, maybe wait 1 year, or maybe wait sooner than that. Maybe the wait's not that long. It also opens up your energy field for more aliens to come into your vibration, if you wish, in a positive sense. It does take time for the soul to adapt, but the idea of more of you talking about alien disclosure goes here or there. A crowd of people talking about alien disclosure. Yes, it's happening, but at a more skeptical vibration. As you basically are allowing alien energies to come closer to you, that is alien disclosure. So physical disclosure isn't that big of a deal. But there are more of you that are allowing that transition to occur. You will feel a shift. A major one. Over time. You know, when the numbers are higher, the vibration increases. And what you are going through is growing pains, and eventually go into more of a calmer demeanor. Some of them are calm, some of them are not, to allow more alien energies and disclosure vibrations. Because when many hear about disclosure, it's like, hell no, that's not going to happen, and push it away. Many of you are welcoming that vibration, because it does help you for soul growth. It can speed things up. For you at least, and possibly the world. Well, it does connect to the world, but it's like the more numbers of you that are awakened to alien disclosure, not to say the numbers are small, but as the numbers increase, you will get more attention. Yes, you might get discrimination, you might get not exactly the most positive feedback, but you're allowing those energies to come in of disclosure. And then you'll be heard even more, where you can't be denied at all. Yes, it's a long ways, but your society is used to taking its time. Sometimes it takes a while to fit into shoes. It's not comfortable in wearing. You ever buy a pair of shoes, it's like, those shoes they fit me, but I don't really like them. Well, your idea system that you're bringing in, think of like they're just bizarre looking shoes. They're alien shoes, they're alligator shoes, however you want to word it. Alien shoes is probably a better word for it. Many are not really to put their foot into that and to wear it. For various reasons. First off is, yes, a social situation. Who's going to talk about me? I'm talking about aliens. Oh, now I'm a freak. Eventually they'll go into society and become normal, and you'll look not down upon, but you'll look strange if you're not talking about alien vibrations. I realize this is an angel telling you this, because the alien energies do spark interest, does light the fire of the soul, and brings in a transition. Many souls are not ready for a transition, but many of you are calling in. It just allowing it to become the norm. Yes, CIA energies know all about this, at least at the higher realms. And yes, angel energies, we see it all. And we wait. We don't interfere, we wait. We don't get too involved. Yes, we do heal energies, and yes, some of your CIA energies do have abilities to even manipulate an angelic vibration. They can't even see us with the right technology. So they can see alien. Now we can make ourselves unknown, but if we're not paying attention, we can be seen. At least vibration, we can be seen. So you can see that energy on a monitor. That's an angel. So it is capable of occurring. It is happening. So basically, obviously, you can see you're not being told the whole story for various reasons. Now, for Atlantean guides, some of them are the most positive guides you can connect to. Others have been connected to Al Capone, Julius Caesar, and others that have terrorized your planet. Even Adolf Hitler had a negative Atlantean guide. Wonder where the idea of that came from for Atlantean Aryan energies. So there's, yes, a world that still needs to be discovered, that you are slowly planting the seeds to let it grow, let your mind grow. The spirit world is slowly getting closer to society. Yes, it's not easy connecting to a society that's totally shut off, because many of you wish you could speak to a crowd of people of the world, and soon you will. Now, our version of soon is not your version of soon. Your version of soon is tomorrow, or right now. But it takes a while for the consciousness to allow you to be heard and seen, as basically being ignored by society, because yes, they fear you. The souls don't want to know about themselves. What for? They are enjoying materialistic living here, and angels and aliens is like, you're going to take me away from my Xbox, aren't you? You're going to take me away from my TV. Not at all. The idea of connecting these energies is to bring in a better TV and a better Xbox and a better experience. Yes, there's going to be a complicated situation, yes. It's not always going to be perfect, but you're bringing in vibrations where you shift your earth into more of a higher density level. And to believe, yes, to open up that one's mind, but allow also the soul to heal, because many souls here, why so many souls are shut off from reality, or your alien reality? A lot of them been through war. Yes, their chakras are shut down for the most part. And many souls here on this world are sad, as you can see. Not all, but quite a few are. Even those of great wealth. Even those of great wealth that even become a kid again, because they're not really being challenged as they used to. Oh, it's like a spoiled brat. Not all are like that, but some are. So you can probably see why some souls, when they're children, always want the finer things in life, because yes, they probably were a millionaire or a billionaire in the last life, and now you got a doozy here because you're going to give them a TV dinner or something from the dollar store for dinner. Is like, ouch, that one hurts. Because even some children look at their parents as servants because they're used to being served. Not all, but some. So there's, yes, many different layers to see your reality. Basically, yes, you're going into the truth of your reality and bringing it through. Slowly. Yes, there's many reptilian beings that most likely wish you to turn in your direction. But many of you are, yes, India is a place of great extraterrestrial connections that will be unraveled soon through Ivan. As yes, some of them are not so discreet, meaning they're right in your face. Many of the in India, many of the alien energies are right there in front of you. Yes, look like the gods. Well, yeah, it's either alien gods. Yes, and there's much more. There's many other layers. Basically, they did not want to hide who they were. It was like, this is who we are. This is our bizarre looks. Get used to it. Many of them have left for various reasons, but either way, they ceded society called India to be a very diverse place. And eventually these beings will come back. Do they need a name? Not necessarily. A lot of beings want to just put their mark on a planet that is very fascinating, but far more than they can ever understand. They learn from it from afar, but being connected to it can pull them in, and they can get lost like you. Many alien beings do not want to be lost like your society. Some do, a lot of them don't. They're enjoying the luxuries of being an alien being, and without the fruits of the pie, and they'll warn this will take longer. Yes, on your planet, a lifetime here is 1,000 lifetimes or more. It depending on a lot of beings, a lot of souls that incarnate in Africa, especially the poorer regions where starvation is a norm. A lot of those are 2,000 lifetimes they've learned here. The hardships. Many of those wish to be warriors also. They starve on your planet and go to a place where they can handle starvation and battle. Many of them, yes, are warriors. Not all, but many of them go through endurance, go through a lot of difficulties on their world, are going to be on their battlefield somewhere in your universe. So yes, there's many warriors to your world that's not always being clear for various reasons. So yes, warning these situations. Now realize when you go through hardships on this world, you go into another world, life is easy. Some of you pick up the hardest lifetimes there, and maybe even ridiculed for it, but it's like this is still a walk in the park compared to what I dealt with on Earth. So many of you do choose, you go to alien worlds and choose hard lifetimes there too. Why not? But also it brings up you to the higher rankings too, of general or of council, whatever it might be. You're challenging yourself, but it's also you're so used to this planet as challenges, like I said, going to that world is but also showing an example of what the soul can handle. Now not all souls will be able to handle it, but a lot of souls that can't handle a lot of dense energies are on these Palladian, Syrian, even Arcturian worlds. There's obviously more than that, but to keep things simple at this time, many souls, yet they just can't handle this dense environment. And many, yes, do go into a suicide very quickly because they can't just. And some souls do go through miscarriage because they cannot handle the energies of this earth. It has nothing to do with the parents. A lot of it has to do with the energies of the earth. So realize that. Some just can't do it. They think they can, but when they connect to your being birthed into this world, it's like, this is way too complicated for me, and they bail. So blessings to you. There is more, of course. Send your energies of transition. Okay. All right. Keep it kind of short tonight. So, all right. Much love, everyone. Hopefully that was helpful. Take care.